Alright, so last session on Ghost of Saltmarsh, our crew found ourselves traveling across sea as they all obviously took the opportunity to potentially make it big, get some money in their pockets. Some people were rather interested in the ship itself, as some of the crew had heard that there's an artifact weapon up on the ship itself that could turn the tides against the Sahagin. But it seems that some people were rather interested in the coin, as they were promised if they got the chest that was within this ship that has been abandoned for decades, that they would retrieve a chest that was worth to them 10,000 gold pieces. Of course, they were unable to open it or anything like that, as the captain said. It was passworded. It was very sacred for him to have it in his hands. He is willing to pay a crew 10,000 gold pieces if they would obviously retrieve it. It'd be split obviously how many people are going to attempt this mission. Of course, the less people, the more money, of course. But it was not going to be an easy venture, indeed, as there was many obviously strange people coming on the board of the ship. Two brothers, dwarf brothers, came from Saltmarsh, as they were local miners. Seeing fit, they wanted to take adventuring to a new length. Assuming other individuals joining the crew were two individuals of good friends of shipwrights. Seeing fit, they wanted to take upon this mission as further see fit to gear themselves up for the future of Saltmarsh, seeing fit that there's going to be a war at hand. As some others in between, unknown, had joined the ship's crew as a stranger who enjoyed carving and harvesting flesh, as it was passed down from his forebears. Seeming fit, he wanted to join the cause as well, as the rest of the crew seeming fit to join for their own ideal. As you all had taken it upon your mission to get to know each other, eat with each other, take turns on watch, and obviously find bunk buddies along its way. Eventually, upon the fourth day of journey across the Azure Sea itself, you had been attacked within the night. As one of our individuals had kind of announced and saw fit, as we were being under attack, as I believe Stanzatar was currently outside. Seeing fit, there was battle to be had, as the Sanguine have been climbing across the board, as there's a lot of them, as the Sahagins basically overwhelmed the ship, killing about half the men on the boat, as many of our crew were rather injured, and some of the adventurers was as well. In mid-fight, seeming fit, some obviously adventurers did not make the survival of the fight, as they were pulled under board or killed or dragged into the sea, as quite a loud screech coming out by the water, seeming fit the priestess of the Sahagin, almost sounded like a screech of retreat, seeing fit that they were having their advantage here and literally going to conquer the ship, as they had retreated, as some of you adventurers saw fit to take the fire upon them, killing a few along the way, as they ventured in the sea and disappeared within the day, not noticing why and how, but thankful that you're still alive as we continue our mission upon the seas. Seeing fit, the crew still stands, and our heroes still stand, as we continue our adventure forward. As Siles, you'll be next recapper.
Got it.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do? As you, as soon as the battle ended, seeing fit, you survived, as the crew eventually makes their way up top, seeing fit upon the intense war that had conspired.
Like half Raven.
What the hell happened? As a couple of the guards come upstairs. Why did they retreat? As some of them are, thank the heavens, the gods are with us. As they begin to look across the water, seeing fit if there was anybody around the vicinity.
It is most peculiar that they just withdrew.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I've not seen them do that before.
the last. It doesn't make sense. They had the upper hand.
I agree, it does not make sense.
We should be wary.
I'm gonna climb down and try to recover any arrows I can. I fired 4 arrows. Can I get any of them back?
Roll investigation, please. Alright, you managed to get the 4 back.
Thank you.
As you begin to sail across the sea, I'd like everybody roll me a perception check as you obviously patch wounds and begin to retrieve whatever you've lost through the combat. Seeing fit, the Sahagin had the upper edge, but they had left you. As they fled, either scared or maybe they won the battle and seeing fit, you're in their waters now.
Did we have any Sahagin bodies on the boat?
They had been kicked off by the guards, eventually.
Damn it. Oh well.
But if you
Well,
want,
at least someone sees stuff.
if you want, I'll just let you skin one if you want. Alright. Stanzatar and Hallmark, as well as, you know, you two individuals see a body across the water, adrift, not fully conscious, as they are on a piece of plywood as they're floating into sea over yonder.
Hey, there's someone out there. I'll point to the guards and people surrounding.
Can we make out the general shape of who or what they are? Are they...
They look human.
How far is it?
100 feet from the water.
Be willing to dive in there with a rope and take it over there to pull it to shore.
Alright, do you want to do that? As you do a nose dive into the water?
I was gonna say, I can just get my staff and have my snake just grab the person.
It's a water snake?
It can swim up 30 feet.
Maybe a talking person rather than a snake should be our emissary?
Yeah, I'd feel better.
I appreciate you, thinking outside the box. And maybe we take you up on that at some time, but...
Well, do you feel comfortable that there's nothing lying under the water to go get to retrieve the person? I don't know if I'd do it.
Fair enough, we have seen someone use themselves as bait against a giant alligator, and that didn't go so well.
Then it's settled. As I'm gonna start getting my staff.
Okay, we need to get our rope situation situated too. We only have 50 footers. It's 100 feet out. Does the boat have longer
No, they got
ropes that we
rope.
could use?
They got rope, no worries.
Making sure.
Alright, they toss the rope out, as obviously, if somebody wants to swim out there and to kind of put it around them, it's up to you, of course.
Screw it. I'll go with my snake.
Alright, snakes go.
Giving me like a little floating.
Ugh. As you pull in the body, eventually realizing the individual's unconscious, but they're still alive. They're just... looks like they either were attacked by something, as many or none had survived, likely one individual from an attack.
Still breathing.
Is he from our boat? Does anyone recognize him?
No, not at all from my faces.
It isn't. What are we looking at?
As you hear, Captain, I see a destroyed vessel out as he begins to kind of look out with kind of a scope, as about 1,000 feet far away, there's a vessel that's destroyed. It's sinking to the water.
Well, we might know the cause now.
That doesn't look good.
I bet it's those fucking Chagwans.
Again, what are we looking at? What is this thing that we just fished out?
You see a human. You do see what he looks like. He's very white, very different color tone. He looks human, but he doesn't look human. He looks of a different race. As it looks like, I don't know. What do you look like, Eric? You can obviously change your character's name and obviously tell them what they're seeing, as your character's currently unconscious before them.
All right, well, he is about 4 feet tall, very slender, very fit, dressed only in a dark brown pair of pants with a purple sash around his waist and purple slippers, I guess you would call them, and a backpack, and that's all you see. His hair is very long, streaks of white, purple, and blue.
Okay, I hate to do this, but I have to pull us out for just a moment. I record our games for over audio, no visual, and post it. I do not edit it, but I live in a state that has to have everybody consent. Do the new guy, quote unquote, Eric, consent to being recorded?
Sure, no problem.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't mean to pull us out, but legally I had to. Thank you.
Well, he's a bit paler than me.
Oh
Is he
yeah,
Oh, you're the
alive?
hypothermia.
very pale,
breathing.
grayish blue skin.
Wait, blue? I think he's having a bit of a hypothermia.
Medicine
Why do you
check?
keep finding these half-dead white boys. What's up with that?
Sure, all medicine check. 18. Is that your natural skin, or is your character currently inhaled a lot of water?
No, that's natural color.
You can tell he's not ill.
Fine, he's just like me. Just kind of got blue color. Weird, but normal for him.
Hope you could tell us what happened. How'd he get here? Is he able to? Is he waking up?
No, he's still unconscious, I believe. But either way, let's get him some actual clothes befitting of a man.
Pull out a bedroll. Wrap him in it.
You want to take him below deck?
I was gonna say, is it raining right now?
Correct. Very light rain.
Yeah. I'd start dragging him down underboard. Casting my python back into a staff.
And let the captain know. He'd want to know that there's someone else on his ship.
As they heard everything. They took the reins of the ship. She looks towards you all, and she's like, "Oh, you better." She's like, "Well, you better head downstairs. We still have a day's journey before we arrive. The Sahagin has fled. There's something deeper and dangerous upon these waters, so we must keep going forward." She says, "Fit. You'll need your rest." I'm guessing you guys want to go downstairs, or do you want to still stay up on top of the deck?
If it's at nighttime, I would go downstairs, but I do want to try and fish again during the daytime if possible.
Okay.
I am going to drag him to my room since Jimmy is no longer there.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I don't have like separate rooms, but you guys can like play it out.
Yeah, Stan, Stans, and Tar have their own
Yeah,
room.
go downstairs. I want to see the new person.
heavy is he?
How heavy is he? I don't know. I said he's like very light.
Yeah, it's only 4 feet tall, so he's like maybe 50 pounds.
Oh, then you're a breeze.
He's just skin and
Right.
bone, yo.
It's just like he's a breeze for an average human. But I have weak strength.
Yeah, I guess you put him into a bunk.
Yeah.
From a few blankies.
Blankies away.
Well, bed rolls, but you know.
I like blankies. Sounds better.
I'm gonna
Sounds
reform
warmer and
my
cozy.
snake into a hammock. Sitting there.
Your snake is like giant.
It is. It's
It's
massive.
it's the
It
huge
wraps
variant.
around him until he's to the point of like suffocation. It's a large constrictor snake. Alright. So you guys all obviously take your long rest as you sleep within the night of the sea as it obviously rocks back and forth. Eventually, our new individual starts to wake up gradually, realizing quickly he's no longer at sea, as the last thing you remember is you making a direct getaway through the water and swimming as far as you can, finding anybody that you could find, but realizing drifting out on a plank for hours on end and alone, eventually closing your eyes and finding yourself here now in a warm bed, surrounded by an individual with a large snake in the bunk above you. As what do you want to do?
Well, I look around very furtively, trying not to draw attention to myself. I'm looking for my backpack.
Your backpack. It looks like it's left on the bottom of the in the corner next to a chest.
I try to slowly get up and sneak over there without disturbing anybody.
All right. Give me a stealth check, please. As he's making creaks and noises and cracks, as eventually you eventually realize quickly he's awake as he's moving, because it's obvious.
Yes. Theoden would have been up like halfway through the night too, just watching him. The unknown.
I just look at him as just, oh, you awake? It's pretty nifty.
As you startle him, probably.
Yeah, I am. Did you guys rescue me? I take it.
Well, this guy did, as I point to the snake. I was just there alone.
I see. Well, it was very fortuitous for me. May I get my backpack?
Sure. But what's inside it?
Well, meaning my belongings I put in there before the ship went down.
Speaking of, why did your ship go down?
Well, it took a very long time. We were attacked 3 days ago by some kind of sea monsters. And something set off the powder keg, the powder supply, and just blew the ship up. As far as I know, I'm the only one that survived.
Three days is a long time to go down for you to be the only survivor. No one else got a ship going and try to find safety?
Not that I saw. I mean, it was pretty rough seas, and we had the ship exploding, so I wasn't really, I was trying to survive.
Yeah, a ship exploding would do that to you.
Hey, can you take this above deck? Some of us are still trying to sleep down here.
Oh, sorry. Sure. And I'll grab my backpack and start looking for the stairs to go up to the deck.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Sin.
In?
Sin.
S-I-N?
Sin. X-I-N. X-Y-N. The X is kind of like a soft Z. Sin.
Ah, thank you. And just putting it out there, can you move your microphone just maybe a little bit further away from your mic or your mouth?
Sure.
It sounded
Okay.
like you were eating it. Much better, thank you.
Well, maybe he does like it. He wants you to like it.
Maybe that was your voice. Sorry, if that's your way, go for it. I'm not here to judge.
No problem.
Okay, Zen. Well, what was your boat and where are you guys going, or where'd you guys come from as we head upstairs?
Well, we sailed up from Seaton, I believe, down by the Cloud Peak Mountains, far to the south. My companions and I were heading up here in search of some relic that was rumored to be in the area. Unfortunately, I fear they did not survive the explosion.
What type of relic?
I am not at the liberty to discuss other than it was stolen from our order over 60 years ago, and we have been trying to track it down ever since.
Good to know. Oh, by the way, I'm Cyrodiil. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you as well.
Silas, at your pleasure, as he would bow.
You see Cyrodiil is a blue sea elf, very androgynous. Can't really tell if they're female or male. Kind of go by both. Kind of look like both. And a big robe. Kind of got a stormy motif to him.
It's good to meet you, and once again, thank you for risking the unknown to rescue me.
Can't just let someone drift off to death. It's something we can do to help.
Waking up in the morning, that's tough. Hey, the new guy's up. How you doing?
I do well. And you?
I'm good.
My
Very
name is
good.
Sin. Nice to meet you.
My name is Hallmark. Very nice to meet you. Time for some food, I think. If the kitchen's up.
You can see there's plenty of food now due to the fact that half of the crew has been rather killed off last night.
Well, that's a sobering thought.
Cyrodiil's getting their appetite back and loads up their bowl and truly does dig in. It's been a few days since they've had a good meal. It's been offered. They just weren't up for it after the loss of so many people recently.
Sorry about that, my ramen came. But when you see Silas, he's just like an average human, but kind of tailish, like you, but not blue. He does have like raven feathers across from him, but since we took the long rest, he doesn't have it anymore. But he just has a coat of pure, just feather-like, just a coat.
If you don't mind, I would like to change into my regular clothes.
Oh, sure.
I'd look for a place to change without being observed.
Sure. You go back to the room gradually, finding it empty as you close it.
A couple of minutes later, I come back out. You see him dressed in a long white sleeveless tunic with a purple sash around the waist and equally white loose-fitting pants with the purple slippers on. And the only weapon you see on him is a short sword sheathed over his shoulder. And he has bracers that are covered in steel steel plates, kind of like a long thin planks covering to be used for like blocking. And his hair is now braided. So, can anyone tell me exactly where we might be?
In the middle of the ocean, right? So I look at sea.
This I can see. We're at sea.
We had left Saltmarsh, and we are now, what, 4 days into a 5-day journey?
Correct. You're on your 5th day now.
We're about 5 days from Saltmarsh.
I don't suppose you're headed for Neverwinter, are you?
No, no. We here have been hired by a guy that owns the ship, or hired the ship to try and get something special for him from... What? Oh my goodness, my dog just farted. It's horrible. Sorry. Oh, I taste it. Oh my god.
Blech.
Oh,
God.
sorry.
I hope it was the dog.
Oh, it was. I
Fog
hope
cloud
so.
activated.
It's
Run
Tar.
away.
Come on.
Well, we know someone else is there.
Yeah, I
Cloud
look
kill.
at Stans and Tar. What you doing there? I know.
Not me. That's not human.
We've been tasked to get his box. That's magic that only he can open, and we can have anything else on the boat. We have reason to believe there might be something special on the boat that we're going to be looking for. Not exactly sure yet, but maybe we were after something similar.
Well, part of me hopes so, but I hope not, because I am set on taking it back to my monastery if it is what I'm looking for. So, if you don't mind, though, I would like to tag along.
Yeah, I don't think we're dropping you off anywhere soon.
Well, unless you want to be in the water and swim for days.
No, 3 days was long enough.
Yes, eat up when you can, or when you're hungry enough.
Thank you. I would also like, if there some fresh water I might have. I'm a little parched.
No, there's plenty here actually. They do have like a kitchen and seeming fit. It's fully stocked with enough provisions for a few weeks for sure. But since the downsizing of the manpower on the ship, there's plenty of water to go around for the next month. As you can see, the same food is being served. It's hardtack with some fish stew and pretty much ale. And or if you like water, they do have clean water as well. Seems like the meals are the same day in, day out.
That's like why I'd like to go fishing if I can.
You can, if you like.
You get some fresh fish for dinner.
Well, you did have some yesterday, but I'm assuming you cooked them over the time of the days as we kind of skipped over.
Oh, you look more comfortable now. Are you pretty handy with your sword there, fella?
Among other things, yes, I am pretty well versed. I have spent many years training.
Well, that's good, because we just got attacked, and then later in the day we found you, luckily, and then so we may need you to use that sword pretty soon. Hopefully not, but there's always that chance.
I will admit, I have not had a chance to use it outside of the monastery, but I feel confident that I will be able to assist appropriately.
Practice makes perfect. You'll be good.
So you said you were attacked. So were you attacked by the same sea creatures, I would guess?
Yes, but they were on our ship. We were all fighting, and then there was a loud sound, and they all left. We don't know why. They didn't. They took out a half of the crew, sadly, and we're all recovering. And as you saw, we have a lot of guards. Oh no, you didn't see. We have a lot of guards up on deck. So hopefully, no more fallen soldiers. That's for sure.
That does seem odd, though, that those creatures were pretty savage when they attacked me. I don't see them just disengaging without a sound reason.
Which has us all concerned.
It is definitely worrisome.
It's because we were so fierce. They knew how we were coming up there.
Oh, that's my brother. He arrived after sleeping.
I'm here. Oh, we're picking up hitchhikers? Like falling out of the sky?
More like crawling out of the ocean.
Almost likely falling out of the sky, then crawling into the ocean.
True.
Another
True.
perfectly good used wet boy.
Well met. I'll have some of that too. Did you get some stew? Is it stew time? Did I miss dinner? Or breakfast?
Breakfast.
Or both?
Dinner will be in a couple hours.
Oh, and one thing, if we do manage to live off of this, can I have some of the not how do you say, not victims, some of the monsters that we killed, so I can learn off the anatomy? Makes it easy to study animals and study our opponents.
It's just weird. But
Yeah, he's a strange one, but he's not bad.
and I've only known him on the boat, but we'll see.
Hey, what I do makes a lot of money. I came over here to learn from you guys at least, and after we reap the rewards of what we can accomplish.
And
It's simple.
you found our guest here and brought him to the boat. So that's much appreciated, I'm sure.
Yeah, I did tell you my snake can have its uses.
Yeah, you did.
Fair enough.
You freaked everyone out with it, but you did.
What's wrong with snakes? Well, it's like a couple of you guys died from it.
Yes, but it's a staff, and then it's a huge snake.
And like literally, we've known 2 people that have died from poisonous snakes and a guy from a giant alligator. Us and reptiles, we're a little iffy over here, me and Stanzentar.
Ah, I see why the Catwoman was scared of old Reliable right here. Ah, but I thought it was just common sense that cats hate snakes. Was it?
Oh. Much more to it than that. We started off with such a brave bravado, thinking we could really help this town, Saltmarsh, and we do good, but we lose good people along the way. I don't know. Maybe we need to just help the guys here be for hire a little bit. I don't know.
Well, as my God has taught us, sacrifices are sometimes necessary to achieve what we need for the greater good.
But depending on the sacrifices, the greater good can mean worse in the end.
Yes, I agree.
If
Yes,
you're
but often,
sacrificing the cow for meat for just a day, you're not gonna have any more cows for the rest of your life. It's sacred to keep something.
This is pretty deep conversation for breakfast.
True this, as he's gonna start digging in.
forgive me, I did not mean to bring up this issue.
About that time, we'll say, well, the kitchen door opens and Stan Centaur comes walking in. You see a female tabaxi rogue wearing leather armor. Looks a lot like all the pictures you've seen of female tabaxi rogues. North American jaguar, leather armor, rapier, dagger, bow. She's got a jaunty pirate hat with a red feather. She comes walking in. Oh, and her feet and hands are black, such as like a cat would have mittens. Hers are black. Stan Centaur. And she comes walking in. I know you've all been talking about me. Introduce me to our new friend. What's happening? What's going on?
We were just saying about how you're scared of snakes.
I'm not scared of snakes. I have a healthy respect for them. I've seen their carnage that has happened far too much. But why are we addressing this again?
Yeah, conversation came up and speak of the devil, basically.
The guy woke up.
Want somebody introduce me to this fella? Who is this? Hello, I'm Stan Centaur. And she gives you a very limp-wristed handshake towards the new guy. And your name, darling?
I reach out my hand and not bow my head. I am Sin.
That's VYN, not SIN.
Oh, how clever. I like that. Okay, fun.
It
How
is
did we come
good
to
meeting
find
you.
you?
Z on X.
I
Have we
was
been
what?
addressed? I apologize if this has already been addressed. I don't mean to rehash old subjects. Let's just sit down, everybody. Let's just have some breakfast and we'll work it all out.
Sin kind of waits for people to take their seats to make sure he doesn't take somebody's chair.
There's plenty of room. You can see there are a lot of dwarfs on this boat. This vessel is obviously more dwarf than any other race. It is obviously captive by a female dwarf that was hired to set sail to this mission at hand by a rich merchant. A rich merchant. As it basically hired almost all these adventurers here, and paid them up front some money. See fit good on his dues. If you guys had accomplished it, you would receive quite a handsome pay out for this.
You inquired about the vessel that we were going to be going to. I believe it is called the Empress of the Waves. Is that right, guys? I think so.
Sounds right.
This vessel is called the Soul of Winter. Just to let you know. So it may not be the same ship that you are looking for.
Well, we do not know exactly what ship the device was stolen on. We don't even know if it's still on the ship. Like I said, we lost track of it over 60 years ago, and we're just following rumors at this time.
I apologize. I came a little bit late. What is the name of this device?
It is important to the founder of our monastery. That is all I can speak of.
You come on board our boat. You have asked for sanctuary. That got special prayer. Anyone can't tell us the name.
I fear I cannot. It is not for people not of our monastery.
Monastery. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that part. You're a
It,
zealot of
it's
some
a,
kind?
it is
What is
a
your faith?
artifact directly given to us directly from our goddess.
Yeah, interesting. What goddess is that?
Let me guess. Cabby named.
I apologize. What is this goddess that taxed you in getting this relic back?
Okay, hold on just a second. I can never remember her name.
The unnameable. How interesting.
Very rare indeed.
It is Ardri, the Lady of Air and Wind. She is an elven goddess that established our monastery and gave us this artifact. It was stolen over 60 years ago by another monastery that betrayed us, and we have been searching for it ever since.
Who are the betrayers?
Do you believe it to be here? Or close?
Like I said, we thought they took it far north beyond Neverwinter, but then we have learned since then that there's other chances that it might be further south. It was the Eldritch Worm sect that stole the artifact.
Can't say as I know them.
They have disappeared. We have not been able to find them.
Well, I think we're just looking for papers. A box
Papers
of
in a box. Yeah.
Box of papers for Mr. A.
I do not believe that this is going to be the artifact I'm looking for. It would be unlikely that after 62 years, 3 days into my journey, I would find it. But I cannot take the chance that it is.
You'll literally be the chosen one. Did you ever think about that? Come upon here your first day, you find it immediately, you come back, you're the hero.
Which is why I find it very unlikely I am far from the chosen one.
But think about it, you'll be the hero of the story, all the bards will sing about you.
While that sounds interesting, it is of no importance to me at this time.
Yeah, so let's into it.
So, what brings you all together?
As it turns
That should
out,
tell you.
coin.
Yeah, I was gonna say money seems to be our common here.
Yes, there's a very capable crew that mans this ship, and we are the adventurers that Albrecht hired to find his treasure. And beyond that, I don't have much more. It seems to be what we were given, the promise we were told, and the adventure we set out for.
Truth be told, I came with Stanzentar. Everybody else you met on the ship.
Do you have, or I guess I should say, do we have much longer before we approach our destination?
Days today.
Suppose the day of the cruise to be believed, and Albrecht to be truthful.
Then my goddess has been looking down on me for you to discover me right before you reach your destination.
Oh, good. Maybe some of that'll wear off on us. We could use some good luck. You had a chance to meet the crew.
I have not. I have been down here the entire time.
Oh, please. Allow me to introduce you to the dwarf brothers. They're a little dour, but they're quite fat and useful.
Well, if you're gonna need me, I'm gonna be up top getting fishes for the crew.
If you're here, introduce yourself.
Oh, forgive me. I thought when you meant the crew, I thought you meant the other drawers on the ship. These grunting people have already introduced themselves to me.
I apologize.
Yes, all good. I keep eating. It's tasty. The
It is
same
indeed
meal.
good food, more than I'm used to.
But I'd like to see if it stops raining up on deck. After I'm done, of course.
Out of character, Red, how many of the ship's dwarves were lost?
Half of the crew.
Half of the crew?
You started with 30, now you have 15.
Okay. I'd like to say a few, go up and say a few words to some people and talk to them and make sure their spirits are fine. See if there's going to be any services for the rest.
Sin follows him up.
So I will go. Have we heard, just in general, if there have been any sea services, burials, etc.?
No, they're on a task at hand. They can't just stop and do this until the task is complete. They're gonna do it afterwards, as it would delay time as they're being paid by the day.
Fine.
Because they do want to obviously, have a memorial for their dead, but
Well, if there's anything that I could do to help wrap the bodies and get them ready, and
most of them had been just shoved off the boat or pulled off when they were fighting.
okay.
They had no choice. They even put the Sahagin off the boat as well. They just kicked them off. As it was just too dangerous to just sit there and see, especially if the Sahagin
Correct.
have attacked this area. They could attack again if they had stayed put. For those that are gonna fish, you can go fish on top. It is stormy as hell out there. It is not just raining. It is lightning bolts and wind. The wind is aggressive today. Waves are clashing and clattering across the boat as it teeters and totters.
That's how
He's
I
in
like
love.
it.
You notice Sin just stands there, rock solid, not even bending.
Yes, Zirdan's got their sea legs and loving this also. Much as possible.
I'm not loving it.
I take it it's a survival check to fish.
Correct. Per hour.
This
But
should
I
be friendly.
will.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Doing it, die.
Oh, well, I gotta set a something that my account's not set up right. Hold on.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I thought it was you that said I will and then got cut off.
Oh no, that was me. I didn't want to step over top of somebody else. I will, despite my earlier reluctance to help on the ship, with a shortage of other dwarves, I will pitch in to do what I can, not knowing doing the minimalist sailing stuff to help out while they are shorthanded.
As they will tell you to go below deck and to sort out, obviously, the crates and ammunition and such like that. As they have everybody on full hand on the deck right now, currently. Nobody's below
Great.
deck.
Yep, I'll go and do whatever it is they need done down there.
Okay.
And say some prayers for all of the dwarven brethren who are gone, and prayers to my god, the god of the dwarven dead, so whatever clericy type things he wants to say, he'll say.
Okay.
Armalk will go below deck, and he's going to change into the studded leather armor that he was given.
Okay.
So he, as opposed to the chainmail, while at this point in time.
Alright, I like our only one who rolled really well. How did you say your character's name again?
Sin.
Sin, okay. You gotta have to change it in here for on Roll20 so people know it, because it says Eric right now.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Alright, so Sin, you're the only one that actually had the high survival. Everybody had lower than expected, as the waters are quite aggressive today. Roll me a D100, see what you get. It was within the hour of fishing, you begin to try to pull whatever out of the water. $45. What's 45 gonna get you? Ooh, it's gonna get you. I don't know if you like that. You can roll me a D6 to see on the pound how much it weighs. It's a 4-pounder as you get a pufferfish out of the water.
Oh, quite interesting. Do we have a rogue that might be used? You want some poison?
Poison fish?
Well, that's if you can extract the venom from it. Oh, the poison.
Well, I would think any rogue should be able to do a basic task as that.
Basic. Poison. The poison of a pufferfish is actually quite hard to get.
It takes a skilled chef to actually remove it.
Yes, but we're not trying to eat it safely. We want to use it for other purposes.
It's usually ingested, the poison for the pufferfish, not applied on a weapon. So you can make like a poison with it. But yeah.
I mean, it's up for you if you want to keep that pufferfish.
This is
Well, no, like I
wiggling
said,
in front of you.
I think, let our rogue decide whether they want it or not.
Well, everyone's downstairs, so it's gonna take you a while.
I'm sorry, I'm changing my whatchamajigger here. Hold on.
The Jaeger. The pufferfish Jaeger.
Alright. As you guys begin to talk like that, obviously, C and anybody else want to continue fishing for the hour, you can. Even if you didn't catch anything short, as the waves are a little aggressive today. As Stanzatar, you stayed down below deck, seeing fit. to stay away from the rain and such. As Durin, you kind of stayed down below, kind of helping out with the crates and boxes, begin to organize things, as it does feel like a little short-handed, but no choice at the matter, seeing fit. You are far out sea and quite far into dangerous territories of the waters unknown. As C and Sai, you can roll a D100. And if you want to roll again, Sin, you're welcome to as well, if you want to fish some more.
Certainly.
Alright.
Do I get any extra points by having a special lure or anything?
You get more of the fish, that's what you get.
I got a feathered tail hook. For
Yep.
sure.
So you can actually roll. Well, let me do his first. So Sai got a 22. So Sai, you can roll a d6 on the weight. These little babies. You get some herrings. 4-pound herring.
Nice. I'm gonna release it.
All right. As next, sorry, Sin, you don't get anything. So that was too low. As C with a 20, with a 54, you managed to catch rather quite a big fish. That it's not even a fish related. As you begin to pull it out, I'd like you to roll me
Whale.
d20 on this one. It's a big boy. As you manage to catch, this is heavy as fuck. As you're lifting this out, anybody else would like to help with C, as depending on C if you want to just roll your athletics. It can break your line.
I need some help here.
All right, I'm not straight, but I got you.
You get advantage.
Athletics, you say?
Yeah, with advantage.
My snake's pulling on me.
17, alright. As you pull and pull after a long battle within a few minutes, you pull this thing out as you're like, good God, it is not what you thought it was. You pull out a 16-pound octopus.
Oh, nice. We can make some calamari out of this.
It's black and purplish color.
I need help
an odd creature.
corralling this.
And I roll a nature check to see if it's not venomous.
No, sure, if you want. It's not. But it does begin to spew a lot of ink all over you. So it stains
Man.
clothes.
Well, lucky enough, my whole style is all black, so.
I like Stormy, and black is Stormy. It'll work.
Oh, that's so creepy. That octopus. Alright, you obviously managed to catch it. I'm assuming you kill it out of its misery, or do you keep it alive?
No, I would try and kill it as quickly as I could.
Alright.
Put it out of its misery and try and wrangle it downstairs to the cook, hopefully to make for dinner.
Alright. As the tentacles begin to just move still, even after it's dead. Ugh. Oh, I never got an octopus around here, but I can see what I can do. I could probably boil it and mash it into something.
It can be chewy if done wrong, so test it. Massage it maybe, roast it, broil it.
You guys don't know anything about cooking food.
Well, we
Yeah, I
don't
got
do
this.
octopuses often here.
I can get some good food out of it if you give me the. If you let me use your utensils, I got it.
It's certainly. Hey, it's your business. As you get a basic stove, they have boiling water. They do have like a cutting board, and they have like a box of crates of vegetables and goods.
Nice.
Sadly, you can't deep fry it because there's no grease.
Let the grease spill when you need it.
Sadly, the grease spell doesn't work that way. Everybody wishes it could be set on fire, though.
I'm going to try to cook it.
Alright. Well, how are you going to cook it? Detail me step by step. I want to hear this roleplay.
Nice. So, with him grabbing his harvesting kit, he starts cutting up the legs. Each 8 of the legs, like at the base of the tentacles. He does chop the squishier side of the head of the octopus, leaving the eyes and the beak freshly opened. As he cuts it between the eyes, getting all the organs out individually, separating them out, cutting them individually, piece by piece, kind of making it almost like a nigiri type. So unfortunately, there is no rice. So wait, do they have rice?
No.
Damn it, I can't make
Yeah.
nigiri. So I'd basically just make like a sashimi type of octopus, as I would start basically cooking each individual items, leaving the octopus part raw with a bit of seasoning, so you don't eat like pure raw octopus.
Do you have cooking utensils for a profession?
Yes.
Roll it.
Is it wisdom as a
I don't know. Do you?
attribute?
No, you can pick whatever you want. It's your instincts.
Yeah. Okay.
As roleplay perspective, people have intelligence, or they use their brain. People use their dexterity, where they have agile skill. It has to make sense, of course. It has to be something.
Yeah. So most likely just wisdom from learning all this. Cause can't use charisma. Hey
16. All right.
As I'd be basically making with the 16-pounder, yeah, I'd be making like sushi for almost everyone in the boat.
Depending if they like it or
If they
not,
wanna
that's
eat
up
it.
to them. It's not guaranteed people will enjoy octopus. Octopus is obviously, in these troubled times, it's very strange to eat it, but it's obviously not uncommon. It can be found. It's harder to find it.
Nice. I made some of the intestinal lines as broth, as to make it a little bit more flavorful.
Oof. Well, you're in there for a couple hours. It's not going to be like an hour of cooking.
Oh no, yeah.
All right,
I'm making my
we're
master.
putting it in the kitchen. There you go. You're stuck in the kitchen now.
Nice.
This is during you kind of see him like cooking over there as the cook begins to walk out. What do you want to do, Hallmark, as you're above the ship in the rain, as your whole entire getup is soaking by rain, by the storm winning, pushing against you?
I went down to change.
Oh, okay. So you're staying downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're seeing your brother doing some stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably, after I change into the armor, I'll see if he needed help moving something,
Okay.
or wherever he was.
Yeah, he's just he's like organizing, so he's on below deck here actually. Stand and start. What do you want to do?
I need help. That's too tall. Move that up there. It's too. It keeps rolling. Put the barrel back over there.
I got.
You'll eventually decide to come out and help after, hanging out inside for a while. I can get wet. What's going on? I understand we're down a lot to crew. How can I be of assistance? I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty good as a crow or sailor on the mast. Got a nice claim speed. How can I be
Oh,
of
that's all the way up. We're down in the basement.
Stormy, okay, I'm better down here than up there at this point. Yes, I hate to be wet, if I'm being honest. And
We're just securing the crates. Hank, I'm following what he's doing.
did you guys seem really sincere? I think I can talk to you.
Appreciate it.
Did you know Siggy?
Siggy. Hmm.
I forget her last name, but Stan Centaur would know it. Pharaoh daughter or something like that.
That was her last name. Yes.
She was a Salton Marsh native. I mean, I know you guys are dwarves, but maybe you know of her.
Hang on just 1 second. I'm walking into the house. I gotta say hi to my wife.
All right.
Just whatever you were the last one. Okay. We are limited to one pin. Because somebody said, Sophia, the fish
A lot of feedback.
well, one person said, can we have a polarized accessory?
I could just like, there you go.
Yeah, I'm glad you muted. All right. So he's in the distance with Sanzatar. You're obviously having a conversation with the two dwarf brothers. Sin, what are you doing up there currently?
Do I have more time to fish?
You can fish as much as you like. It's up to you. It takes an hour per fish.
I guess I'll go back downstairs with the rest of them.
Okay. I'm assuming C went downstairs as well.
Yes, when I had taken the octopus down to the cook, I would have tried to help him along the way.
Sure, I'll put him here then. You're on that board level. As you see Sai cooking there.
I'm shaking my head most of the time.
I'm going to skin it and collect it.
I'm just looking at it like, what are you shaking your head for?
You ever even seen an octopus before?
Quite a lot of times, actually. You know as a
about their
person who really-
beaks and...
Yes. Well, that's the part of my job. I need to see everything about an animal. The anatomy of an animal is kind of my thing to do.
Anatomy, but making it taste good. Two different things.
Well, that is the secret from my side.
It's a prize for me when I see it. Actually, if it does taste good.
Yeah, it comes down to your character's taste, I guess. It doesn't matter if he cooked it well. Your character actually likes it or not.
If you don't like seafood, then it's not going to be your top of thing then.
You see me. Eat elf. Seafood. It's just called food.
Then it's food for you. It's seafood for me since I lived in a forest.
Kind of like elf food. They don't call it elf food. It's just food. And dwarven food. They don't call their food just... This is food. It's food.
Well, I base it off land. I don't really care about races.
Kind of just lean against the wall and watch him and make sure he doesn't at least poison anybody.
Alright. So you guys all begin to do your own thing for the few hours that pass by, obviously helping and assisting, or taking in some alone time and relaxing, as obviously Sai is cooking up quite a long hour of ventures in the kitchen. As eventually you hear a bell ringing from above. Ding, 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 ding.
That doesn't sound good, and I would start to head. I put on my mage armor as I hit the stairs.
If it's something bad, tell me. I'll have my snake follow you, and I'll send Snaky McGee over there with her.
Oh my god, the big giant snake begins to follow you.
I can't let this food go to waste! As I yell.
There I go.
Well, let's head up.
It's going to be like at the top of the mast. Like right here. I just don't want to block the view for everyone.
Okay. Alright, so you get on the boat as you hear the ringing eventually stops. as you hear Wolgar wind ruin you just see above you, looming in sight, you just see this shadow hulking of the Emperor of Ways about 500 feet across the starboard side, close enough to make the major of the features of this massive boat. As you see, the masts have been rather shorn off. The upper deck seems to be cleared of debris, and as you can see, whatever hit the ship was strong enough to carry off the masts and sails, and kind of the rigid kind of figurehead, once a majestic angel, now hacked and disfigured into pieces. As for those that see it above it, you can obviously roll. You can roll a nature check to see on how this ship got kind of terrorized and destroyed, obviously due to its condition. Of course, you're not there, so you can't really obviously roll. You're in the kitchen cooking a storm. Anybody who gets a 15 can discern how the ship was impacted by whatever had obviously claimed it. Seeing fit, the ship has suffered heavy damage across the upper decks. It consists of maybe a typhoon that hit it or a tidal wave continuously smashing into it. Seeing fit, this boat implies that it is a hazard if anything, as it still stands in the water, barely how it's manageable possible that it's still floating in the water to this day. As you can see, the location of the ship, it had been rather visible damage across the hull of the ship indicates that it had been smacked and impacted. So you can obviously tell that to everybody, Hallmarks.
I will relay the message, and I'm going to turn to just see what the captain... turn over to see the captain as she's viewing the ship
That's
for the
the
first
ship.
time. Oh!
Oh my, she looks at it with wide eyes. I'm glad I'm not going aboard that ship. She snaps her fingers to two sailors. Get the boat! Rowboat out! As they begin to
That's what we're doing.
quickly...
At least get us closer. You're pulling up alongside and we just walk over.
No, she said, as we would, as she explains that she's staying about a good amount of feet away, just in case anything happens. They still need this vessel to be intact. As she explains, we're gonna send a rowboat with two of our finest sailors to row you across. You'll check it out.
He's over there.
I don't like that. We need like one rope between the boats at least. Like, tow it? You can cut it if it comes to it, but at least I feel better knowing that I could come across the rope if I need to.
She shakes her head. The rowboat shall do fine for the time being. The rowboat shall stay within a good 200 feet, just in case, if anything happens. The rowboat's pretty big. It can house all of you guys. And the two individuals. It can house 7 players. She doesn't want to risk her ship. She doesn't trust what the hell this thing is. As you can see, this thing looks like a haunted ship. As the boat eventually hear the ropes sling off as it splashes in the water. As the men grab rope ladders to head down to it. Prepare your stuff, as we'll be unboarding you crew towards that thing. We will stay about this, as she explains, she'll stay about 500 feet away from the big boat, and she'll stay here until, obviously, seeing fit, you're done your task. They won't leave the area. As the rowboat will stay out 200 feet away from the Emperor, holding the position and waiting for you.
Alright, I guess I better go get ready. Journey will need to go out there and put on his set of leather armor.
I guess we're going in.
Is it almost
Is
dinner
that-
time?
Rumbling.
Like, don't we have dinner already?
No,
wave?
sadly not. It's about to be dinner time.
Like dinner
Roll
5
across
minutes
the
away.
ocean.
It's like maybe an hour away.
For dinner.
Do you want your dinner
Are we
now?
done by dinner?
No, he's still cooking. It's up to you if you want to get side or not.
We'll be done by dinner.
Yeah, we should get Sai.
Who is that, Sai? The Mozart-looking guy?
He's
All
a bit
planned
odd, but
over his
it's
group.
better to have him on our side.
The cook can finish.
As you just see like the snake just looking at you guys.
And we don't need to mess with that.
I will. After we gather our gear, and we're. Yes, I guess we get Sai if we tell him we're at the boat.
I'll head downstairs and get him. You see me come down the steps, big thumps along the way. It's time. We're headed out. Come on, Sai.
Yes. How much am I finished with the food?
Let the cook finish.
About 80%. It just needs to like simmer.
Alright. I tell the cook just specifically how to deal with the sushi meat, just like make sure it doesn't.
Oh, it stinks like ass in here.
It stinks, but it's gonna be well worth it. Just don't let it look like it's rotting. If it has a shade of green, throw it away.
Don't overcook it. I start pushing Sai. Come on, let's go.
Like you can't cook sashimi.
So what?
As mainly my snake is just looking at sea, just waiting to if she was gonna go on the ship, it would follow. But now since it sees me, it goes back to my staff. Yeah.
So we going?
I think this is what we were hired for. So yeah.
Pretty much, and if not, I'm just gonna say, I don't blame anyone. Don't blame me for the food poisoning. If you guys get any, because I left some of the chef and I don't trust them.
Wouldn't it be better to wait until the sea's a little calmer? Not gonna be
Maybe
sharks in-
daylight.
There's nothing here. It's a storm.
It's yeah, I wouldn't trust it if I were you guys.
It almost feels like
See-
you are like almost upon the eye of the storm. It feels eerie and it feels strange, but it does feel like this ship has a reason why it's still here and hasn't sunk.
Okay, that sounds ominous and why we should probably wait until the morning. See if we have better weather and the daylight and just follow
the
the ship.
captain will. We only have so much time. Get your asses in there. If you're going to forfeit this mission, and I'm sailing back.
Can I insight the weather?
Sure.
Seeing if the eye of the storm is on the ship.
Give me a nature check.
Got you.
21. It is not on the ship itself, but it's in the surrounding areas. It's a good probably a few miles out from the direction. It's just getting worse and worse. The longer you stay out here, the worse it gets. The weather's not going to get better the next day or the next day. Storms in the sea usually last prior a few days to a week.
You're kind of right. Due to my nature and everything, it's gonna get worse if we wait. So I'd recommend us going now.
Okay, lead on.
Now, everybody, should we go now?
As you see the two guys down below with the rowers. As
Yeah,
you
I'm already going
begin to
down.
Get on the rope ladder, getting onto the boat.
And Sin will climb down.
And Centaur will go.
Sheridan go.
Journey
Harmark try to get down the rope ladder.
checks the sturdiness of the rope a couple times.
Gets like stuck in the rope.
I'm gonna check it a couple times.
The web is this?
Let me take my time. I got this.
It's like blowing left and right.
No.
Hold the boat steady.
Well, holding it steady as possible, we can't, dwarf.
Alright, I'm in. Brother, come on.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and then climb down the rope.
Okay. As there's no check needed, but you make it as it's like a boat. The boat is just like back and forth, bumping up and down, side to side. It's like it's unpleasant if you have.
Mines don't do this. Mines don't do this.
As they begin to row, weave, ooh! As they begin to make their way across to the boat. As they get as close as possible to the boat towards it, is you eventually get to it, about 500 feet away. You do see this nasty ship itself. This ship has seen many winters, many seasons. It's kind of left here. As you can see across the ship itself, quickly enough, you indicate upon the ship itself, everybody sees this itself, you do see a scaling of algae kind of slick on the hull of the ship all over the sides, as it is going to be a rough time climbing up for anybody who doesn't have any magical innate abilities to climb up. As you get to it, you can see the ladder that's still left on there slick with it, as it's a rope ladder, and it's really weak and such. As the rowboat stands underneath you and begins to bob and weave as you guys stand up, as you're like side to side, almost like on a surfboard, but unable to control it.
And a rope to or Stanzentar to climb up with.
Yeah, I have an innate ability to climb.
You still have to make the check, sadly, because it is slick with algae.
How far up does the algae go?
The ship itself, it goes up to the main deck. It's about 50 feet. It's a big ship.
I'm gonna make acrobatics.
You'll still have to make the check, no matter what. It'd be an acrobatics or athletics check if you're jumping up instead. Alright, as you jump up with a 10, you manage it. Is you do slip a little bit, as it's slidey, slippery, but you are on the main deck. As you see upon the main deck, you see the Emperor's upper deck slope gently down towards the kind of the ship's port side. You see the forward castle of the quarter deck are empty, as well as you do also see short wooden stumps that remain of the masts. As you do see double doors leading into a cabin. As you see, it's still intact, but it does appear that there's still a metal grate on the deck that offers access to the lower deck. Aside from that, you do hear the rhythmic creaking of the ship, badly weathered timbering, but all seems to be quiet.
Taking all that in, I'm going to tie off the rope and secure it so that the rest of the crew can climb up.
Alright, let me switch us to the next map, as you guys gradually, one by one, getting onto the ship itself.
I am not trusting this. I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Magie armor?
Magie Armor.
Is Mage Armor visible?
It's not. It goes.
So we don't know.
You see it come up once, is like a barrier of armor, and then it disappears, like it cloaks.
Okay. I had never thought about it. I've worn it all the time, just never thought about it. Well, guess this leather will have to do. I don't have any of that fancy air armor. Is there a second rope? Or a chair? No. Clamber up the roof.
Look at what we're hired for. Come on.
I climbed the rope that Stanzentar took up for us.
Sure. Alright, we're on the vessel now.
What is the? If it's a dark, stormy night, I assume that dark vision still works.
Correct. No, it doesn't impede that. It's just it gives the mood of the scene that it's dark, rainy, and lightning. So if,
I got that. I just meant even like,
yeah, but for those that
making sure
can't
that-
see, then yeah, they'd be blinded. They wouldn't be able to see what the fuck's going on.
Is there anybody who needs to have a light? Oh, is there a light
Yeah,
when you're rowing?
There
Just
was a little
naturally.
light source on the actual
Okay.
like, but it's for the boat.
Correct. Yep. As we look
Oh,
around,
Doc.
Does anybody need light?
You see my scarf glowing up. It's like, not anymore! As I'm casting myself light.
Yeah, so I also have light, but don't need it, so I will only cast it if someone asks me to.
As you can feel
Helpful.
the boat not barely rocking, if anything, but you can tell the whole top half of this boat is covered in this algae.
I use my wand of magic detection and cast it.
All right, you on this floor itself, you cast only the magical items that your friends have, as it can't go through certain like thicknesses of metal, so it doesn't sense anything currently right now on the first level.
Thing on this level, guys.
As you do see before you, you can go up to the top deck of the boats. You do see stairs that lead up towards the top of the ship itself. And you do see two doors leading in two different directions. As you do see the destroyed, obviously, mash of the ship. You do see the metal grades as well that are still intact, but badly weathered from the rain and obviously the seawater.
Work our way up from down. Let's go up here, double check upstairs.
Going to go upstairs.
I'll follow your lead.
All right, you head upstairs.
Magic here.
Mind.
we're looking for a box.
An A on it, I was told.
There's nothing up on. You're more on the top deck, if anything. You're still on the top deck, but you're just higher up. As you can see, it's just all weathered. You can see above the ship, across, waiting for you outside, as it's just kind of weathering the storm. As you see, you don't see the rowboat down below, as you're so high up. This ship was a big ship in its day.
All right, let's move below.
Captain's deck should be below this. Typically, I don't know this ship, but typically below where we are.
Should we check these rooms? There's
What's down
two
these
doors.
things? What's down there?
Whatever this thing is right here.
Can we look down in the?
There are doors.
Point your light down in this
There are
thing.
two doors. As you begin to walk across the area itself, as you do see,
Can we also look
the
across the
door is
gate?
not locked, but it's covered in the algae itself, weathered and torn apart.
What does the grate show if we look below?
Looking down below, okay. It's dark. You can see lots of cobwebs down there. It's a webbed entire intestine. It's infested with webs.
Way too many webs, guys.
I draw my short sword.
Shing.
Should draw towards
Yeah.
webs.
Still not able to see.
Oh, what's your dark vision like? Oh, I don't have.
I casted light on myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
light. You don't have dark sight. Forgot. Okay, so you're gonna give people disadvantage. Nice.
Yes.
I could secret flame them if there's too many webs, or we could just clear them.
It does drop quite a significant amount. It's a good 50 feet down. If you did go to there, but you would have to remove the iron grate, and it would take at least some effort if you wanted to. You do see doors here and over there as well. As you do see across this door, as you kind of get closer to it, you can see obviously on some of the deck itself, you can roll a perception check, and for those that want to look around and kind of see the ship's condition, you can roll an investigation check.
Yes and yes.
I would say only one. You get to pick one seed. You can't have both. Because you're focusing
Perception's
on one
what?
Vote then.
What was her perception again?
Perception would be to ascertain the actual deck itself to see if you see anything, marks or anything around the vicinity. And then the investigation is more for seeing the condition of the ship. Like how is it going to be able to hold us? Is it going to break apart or whatever, etc.
Gotcha.
All right, so see which one do you want?
I said I want to look at the ship and its integrity and how it's holding up. As a shipwright, I'd be interested in knowing if I'm going to sink in it.
Okay, so as you investigate around the vicinity, you can see that the ship's rudder is no longer connected to this boat. It has no more steering on the ship, so obviously the vessel has been undergoing extensive repairs. Something has been keeping this thing afloat. As it looks like it's using different pieces of wood from different ships.
What?
This boat's being put together from other ships. That looks like there's a smart person or capable being on the ship. That's worrisome.
I thought it was abandoned.
But it doesn't have a rudder, so it's unable to kind of move in any direction.
So it's
Well,
just-
now we know it's no longer abandoned.
Pretty sure it was abandoned.
Alright, Sin.
That's what we were told.
Go ahead, sorry.
That's what we were told, at least.
Curious.
Alright, so Sin, you do see that the deck mirrors some bloodstains, noticeable marks. As you do see some very faint, as it looks like it's been X amount of days. You can actually roll a medicine check if you like to see how many days. You have no idea. Sin, do you mention that to anybody else?
But does it look like it's fairly recent? Like we're not talking about months old?
It's
are
hard
we?
to tell. It could be a few days. It could be a week. You're the only one who sees the bloodstains. Nobody else does. No one rolled.
Okay, guys. I see we have some blood here. I'm not skilled enough to know how long it's been here, though. Is anybody good at this sort of thing?
Give me a second.
Just licks it.
As yes, basically.
Big creeper.
Oh God.
Yeah, he knows what it is.
Oh no.
How do you do it? Let me detail it.
Oh.
Just don't
dude,
lick it.
You yeah, he got it on the spot when he made that joke. When he goes down on it, okay, don't take that out of context. But he basically drops his tongue onto the bloodstain. He does the little as hopefully what I get from the medicine check.
You can tell it's been 3 days old.
Seems about like 5. I say best case scenario, 3 days old. As I like still licking the blood like almost like a cat would.
That's disturbing. Both
Very
the 3 days and the licking the blood.
Well, you kind of get these things when you want to know something. Yeah, I got you guys your information if you need it. Either way, this thing, it's like I said, it's not abandoned. There's someone here. Well, at least someone's been here.
And did we notice? Does it look like it was blood that was tracked by something was being pulled
It looks like something was pulled, yes, into the grates.
into the grate?
Into the grates?
Mhm.
So
Don't tell me
somebody had to
those-
open these things.
You wouldn't think those fish creatures are actually a part of this.
Yes.
Possibility.
Dragged out.
Can I check this door?
Sure. It's not locked. But
Make sure it's not trapped either.
okay, roll. as you roll. You can roll a perception check for the. Oh, actually, no investigation. My apologies for traps. 25. It's not trapped.
I do still have my detect magic going, by the way.
Follow.
Yeah, it lasts like what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It's a concentration on the wand. Alright, so you open it. As it squeaks in loud, as you look quickly enough, you can see webs and webs and webs as you do see red spotted eyes looking towards you. Roll initiative.
Oh god.
It did hear you guys. Nobody stealthed. You were loud the entire time.
User stands and entire dies.
Oh god, no.
As you
Nobody
see
died.
creepy crawlers in here. In this room itself, you just see a lot of them. One on the fucking top of it, as you do see little baby spiders bundled up as they burst out of these eggs.
Yikes.
See this little boy here?
Oh, an Ettercap? What the?
Well, in lore, there once were druids, as they eventually got too liking to being a spider, as they eventually turned to that permanently. But it takes like years. I think they're in that form for like a couple decades. Ooh, shit, I got it rolled really well. So they're just.
We don't have our bar.
Sorry.
We don't have our initiative.
Oh yeah, it's up here. Don't worry, it'll pop up.
There, now it's
Oh,
there.
you ran in. Where did you want to go back?
No, I did not mean to. I was trying.
You can put yourself back. There you go. She ran in. She wants to fight.
Oh, she does not want to fight in.
Right. Sorry. Let me just change some music.
Nope.
Some spiders. It's a big one. Big spider.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
What was your nat 20? 22? Okay. It's superior than that one's. That one got a nat 20, but it got a lower nat 20.
So I would like to step forward 5, and I can peek my head into the door.
Yeah, you can see everything.
And I want to take 1 step forward.
You quickly realize the entirety of the ground is covered in webs. As you rip through it, some of it's sticky.
I want to, carefully using a meta magic, cast Thunder Wave. Only in front of me, not past this door at my friend.
It would only get so many, so let's see. Comes off.
I can get it 13 or 15 feet.
Yeah, so it's comes from you basically. So like that, I'm guessing.
Well, it says a 15 foot cube from me, so it should be 15 feet around me.
Yeah.
I'm just choosing it not to go from behind me. So it should still reach every one of them.
It doesn't at all. It's coming from you. So you can do it like that, but it won't reach the giant spider. The giant spider's above head.
Fair enough. Okay. So they need to make a savings throw. Constitutions, please.
Okay. Fail. DC's what was your constitution? Only 10? No, it must be higher than that.
No, my spell save is only 10.
Oh god, that's weak. Alright. Sorry.
Thank you.
This little baby spiders failed. The big one succeeded.
Wait, no, something's wrong there.
Yeah.
It's on my charisma, and my charisma.
It's giving you
Oh,
a
nope.
flat roll of 10. That's not right. It is a con save for Thunder Wave, but it's giving you a flat roll. Is your con really that low?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then yeah, because some spells are based on con versus wisdom.
Yes. I obviously see that now, but no.
Okay.
I have that horrible of con.
Shit. All right. So this one over here takes half as much. It doesn't get flinged back, but it does take the hit. The one over here
It
does...
takes half damage still.
Correct. Yeah. And the spiders here are obviously ripped apart as you watch them just get killed. Because they obviously can't go further anymore. But you do see stairs leading down below. As they get flinged in. I'm going to shoot them back actually further down the stairs. As it makes a loud noise though. Thunderwave is loud. 300 feet of audible noise. As the whole ship heard that.
Yes, and then I would step back to where I was and be like, oopsies. But I did do really good damage, hopefully.
Okay. Big spider begins to on the ceiling here. It will it'll go to Stanzatar, kind of web. A 10's miss. Little spiders begin to crawl. They crawl right beside you outside. Really dinky spiders begin to crawl out as they will attack you, Stanzatar.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Hits.
You take 11 piercing as they bite across your feet.
Alright, so I'm going. This one right here.
Yep. It's a bunch of spiders.
Alright, I'm gonna rapier attack it.
Okay. That's a hit. Pshing!
Then I'm going to disengage and move over to here. That's my turn.
Okay.
Nice. Going to... Ah, damn. You're in the space. As going to basically step back just a second and waste an action to summon my Snakey right here.
Okay.
There. As I really can't do much, but other than use my bonus action to basically just attack, as it will go over here and go for a bite. Yeah.
10 is a miss.
As it will just try to give space, and that'll be my side.
Spiders begin to crawl out as they will action dash, ending a turn there. Cider Cap is screeches and begins to move. It is gonna shoot a web at sea. It opens its mandibles and you watch it spray a web at you. That's 19 to hit.
Ariel just broke her headphones, so yes, 19 hits.
Oh no. Alright, she is currently restrained in a web. Horrible. Hallmark, let's go.
He will come up over this way and to at least have some space by the edge. And actually, if he attacks here, does that mean he's going to get hit by those two people?
No, 'cause
Actually-
they're on the opposite. They're from the other door, so but they're at the doorway. So yes, you would actually. My apologies, because you're at the door.
All right, if I was here, that's 1, 2. All right, he's gonna stand here and see if the creature. It moved me over. See if the creature. I don't want to be right in front of the door. I want to be off to the side of the door.
Okay.
There we go. I guess that'll be where I have to be. And then as the other creatures come out.
Okay. And then hold your action. All right.
And holding an action to attack with my Warhammer.
Sin.
Okay. So both of these are masses of small spiders.
Correct. Yeah, it's a bunch. If you see the picture. Little baby spiders.
He takes a step forward and kicks at this one.
Right. Just watch you drop kick it or something. As it just splats on the ground dead.
Nice.
And then he will take another step over to the left and call it a turn.
Okay. Durin.
Ah! Spiders. Ugh. So, Stans and Tars caught in a web? Is that what I heard?
It's roped in a web, so it's like a cocoon.
But back behind me.
No, they're right there. They're stuck in a web. Not Stan's hard. C. C's in a web.
Oh, see. Oh, okay. I will, from where I am, I will just go ahead and... I will just toll... This one was wounded, right? Ah, screw it. I'm not going to wound it. I don't care. I know what I'm doing.
Sacred Flame on which one?
On the one I can see, right here.
The
in
red
the
spider? Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10. It failed. It takes 3 radiant. Still alive.
And then I'll move over here so that next time I can maybe. Guess I have to move this way. This way to here. Across the little grate. Ah! Big old snake behind me.
Yep.
I'll try and help see out of the way next time.
Alright.
And.
Alright. Okay. So at the end of your turn, you do, as that noise did shatter out, the other door does eventually begin to shake and move. As they're not coming yet, but you do hear that there is over here.
This door?
Yeah.
There's
I
something
just
down there
look
too?
at the door.
The
I'm
sonic
just
boom
like, oh,
wave
shit.
of sea caused a noise that ruckus across the entire ship.
I just look behind me, like, oh shit.
Alright, see, what do you want to do? Or Mike's still dead, I'm guessing. Ruhad.
Yeah, and she's still having a problem.
I hear it now. Okay. Sorry, I had to put in some old ones. I have to correct something. It seems that my push to talk fucked up my charisma stat, so I truly do have an 18, so it would have been a 14. I had to do research to figure that out, frustrations included. So my charisma is truly an 18, and so in the future, please know that going forward. But I am netted, correct?
You are in a web, yeah. So you're restrained, so you have disadvantage on attack rolls. You can't move. Your only action, of course, is either you can attack with disadvantage, or you can try to break the restraints with athletics, or you can burn the restraints.
Gonna burn them with my firebolt.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll.
Yep, that's so good. Mm-hmm.
As you try to move your hand, you get stuck in it as it doesn't seem to flicker.
That's what I got.
Alright. That ends your turn? Okay. Giant spider. It's gonna see if it can charge its big web attack. It does not. As the giant spider begins to move its descent. Can't really get into the spots it wants to, but it is gonna just go over here. And it's gonna hold an action to move forward. This thing will open the door and begin to move. It just charges you, Sai.
Oh god, no.
So it'll make 2 attacks, a bite and a claw. A 14 and an 8.
14 hits.
Alright, you take 4 piercing. Roll me a con save. You fail.
7.
Take 7 points of poison. Is your
4
poison...
plus 7.
Yeah. Is your poison for 1 minute. You can make the saves at the end of your turn. So you have disadvantage. On ability...
Nice.
Ability checks and attack rolls. Alright, Sandstar, you do see reinforcements behind you.
Alright, I'm gonna come move this new guy here.
Okay. A 12's miss. Actually, no, it's a hit. My apologies. Its AC is really weak. And it's a +1 rapier, so it's full damage. Nice. It's looking hurt.
Alright, I'm going to use my ability to dance back.
Alright.
And that's me.
Spiders. It will crawl towards Sai. $19 to hit.
Hit.
And you take 9 piercing.
I'm down.
Death save.
Nice.
It is ability check, I believe. Let me just double check for poison satisfact. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability check, so it's a D20 with disadvantage, so you have to roll twice.
Six.
Right, 1 fail.
Fail. Nice.
At the end of your turn, at the end of your round, you can make the save for the poison.
Let's see. I'm gonna make the save right now. Is it con save?
Correct.
Nat.
14,
Nice.
you're out of it. No longer poison.
No.
Let me just
I'm
double
reading
check with
what the
poison.
staff.
Okay, the poison doesn't do that for the spider. Some spiders will paralyze you if you're 0 hit points, but this poison does not do that.
Got you. My snake is going to try to get as close as it can and just basically bite, and that's it. That's all I can do technically. On the
Correct.
spider right here.
Sure. An 8 is
8 misses.
Man, that's a bunch of nat 20s for its advantage, though.
As in my turn.
It's funny because spiders are scared of snakes. They're a natural enemy. Little spiders begin to jump on this big snake. 14 to hit.
Hit.
Alright, takes 9 points of damage. Alright, These little baby spiders will eventually crawl its way to Hallmark. Hallmark, your attack that you held. 11 is a miss, sadly.
Arr.
As it will jump on you and try to bite you. A 6 misses you, though. This creature begins to make its way out as it looks towards its prey, but it does see something else in its way as it hisses towards you, Sin, as it will look at you, as it will make 2 attacks on you. 22 for its bite and a natural 1 for its claw.
And the 22 will hit.
Alright, 2 take 6 piercing. Roll me a con save. You take 3 poison and are poisoned. So total damage is 9. It injects you with some poison. But on the end of your turns, you can make the saves for the poison. Alright, ends the turn. Alright. Hallmark.
Come on, spiders! Get off me! Swing with the hammer.
12 is a hit as you bash them for 13 damage.
And you will move forward and move forward to here.
Okay.
And scream at this one to see if it will, depending on who it attacks.
Roll me an intimidation if you're trying to taunt it towards you. 8. It ignores you completely.
Ah!
Right. Sin.
Okay, so I will attack with my boot.
Alright, it'd be disadvantaged since you're poisoned. $14 is still a hit. For 8, as you punch it right into its gut.
I will then expend a key point and activate Flurry of Blows.
Alright, 2 more hits.
First one will be with the short sword.
I think Flurry of Blows has to be fists. Yeah, 2 unarmed strikes has to be.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, they have to be punches. So you can kick, or you can punch, you can slap, whatever you want. 18's a hit. I think it's the Kensei monk that can do that. They're like a weapon master. Ten sadly misses.
And then I will stay there.
Okay. Giant spider. As it begins to kind of crawl its way closer, it will begin to look around the vicinity as it hisses towards the rather big, giant, snaky thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to roll for the
roll a con
poison
save.
thing.
Correct.
Sorry, my character sheet disappeared on me.
No. Teleport into the void. Alright, so this thing is going to web the big snake. 21 to hit.
Hit.
As the snake is webbed into the thing. Sticky. Alright, Gurren. A Constitution spell. want to do a turn?
Shoot, I gave you a whole speech and I'm totally muted. I am going to. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I bet. Move to here. No, I'm not. I'll stick with what I was gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and use my action to help rip the webs off of C.
Alright, so the webs have an
What?
AC, you'll have to destroy them.
Great. What if?
So you can
Okay.
Or, actually no, you can no, you can do a strength check to rip them as well. My apologies.
A strength check, so just straight up strength save.
It's just just a regular strength. There's no save. It's just a check.
So just roll a 20, you're saying?
No,
Or roll
you just gotta check. Just you on roll 20, you see where your strength is. Just click on that.
Okay, good. That's what I was doing. I just said. Normal roll.
It's not a save. It's a check.
Okay. Oh, well, I clicked on strength. Oh, over there. Sorry, I
Yes.
clicked on the wrong. No. Then I don't know how to do it.
It's just
I click on the strength and nothing happens. It just lights up. Or I can click on where the saving throws are.
you know where the number is?
Yeah.
Hey, that's
Oh, there it is. Now it's
Yeah,
doing it. There it wasn't
that's
doing before.
strength.
Sorry.
That's all it is.
Wasn't doing it though. Alright.
17. All right, you rip it. That's your action.
Great. And I'm going to use my bonus action to do a healing word 60 feet
Okay.
down here. So, spells. Submit.
9 hit points. All right. So you wake up as you're in excruciating amount of pain. You see lots of spiders crawling all over you.
Like, oh shit!
Get up, lazy bones.
I don't see you dealing with 17 spiders on you.
All right. See, you're free from the restraints. What do you want to do?
I would like to cast a Scorching Ray.
All right. They will be disadvantaged because you're up close in range, so you have to roll twice.
Well, I was going to go for the guys to my bottom.
Yeah, but you have a guy in front of you.
Okay, fair enough.
But he's
So-
short. I'm only barely 4 feet tall.
No, the creature. All right. So
Oh.
22 hits. Which one are you hitting? This one?
Okay, so I have 3 rays. I would like one on the guy next to me and then the other 2 to the south.
All right. So only 2 more with disadvantage. Still alive, but it really hurt. All right. So 8's miss, and a 14 on where do you want it? This
South.
The spider. All right. And it gets fried up, killing a bunch of spiders. Big spider. Still can't get in. It's going to try to recharge. Cannot. But it is going to move forward since now it has harm mark there at the door. It is going to try to bite him. You see these big giant mandibles coming out of the door. 19 to hit.
How many
19 to hit.
hits?
Alright, you take 7 piercing. Roll me a con save. Alright, you resist the poison. As you are a dwarf, you should have poison resistance, I believe. Do you have poison resistance? Let me see.
I assume so as well.
I'm gonna double check her sheet. And dwarfs have poison resistance, usually as a trait.
Dwarven resistance.
She needs to be there. She doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, poison. You got poison resistance. Nice. So you save it with, obviously, you take half as much, but you take quarter with the resistance, which is nice. So you don't take the full amount of poison. So it's going to be 3 poison. It's going to only be 1 point of poison to you. So you take 8 damage total.
How much?
8. So you took 7 piercing, 1 point of poison.
Gotcha.
It's like, "Ugh," you just see this mandible trying to chew on your arm.
Make sure, you know.
Ah! There's a big spider in here.
Alright, this thing is going for the kill, but it sees fit there's a bigger enemy as it ignores you, Sai. It goes around you, going for the spider. Not spider, sorry, the web snake, as it sees this as a lethal enemy. As it is going to use its web,
Second time you've done it.
it's going to use its special ability. As it's anything is webbed, it does this special ability, and it's going to try to attack it. 18 to hit.
Does?
As it will do 3 points of bludgeoning. As it has to roll. Actually, no, my apologies. As it's just using a web garrote around it as it's trying to grapple it around it. So it is already restrained, but it is add a grapple feature on it now. It can't even move it at all. As it does encase it around its body. It is unable to attack, but next round, if it does fight the snake, every hit's advantage.
Damn.
But it doesn't matter because it's restrained anyways. But if it is grappling it with this ability, it does get advantage. If anything is webbed. Alright, so these spiders are stupid. They're just coming for you. So they crawl on your body. A natural 20.
Oh god.
Thrown on the ground. You take 11 points of piercing.
Down again.
Yeah, they're stupid. They're just spiders. They just want to inject you and feed on your blood later.
Do I still have the same saves or a new one?
It's fresh. It restarts.
Gotcha.
Alright, stands in tar.
Alright. She's gonna move over here. Stab this one.
Okay. Shing shing. That's it. As you kind of drive your blade into it, as you just kind of mutilate its face and just watch its face just drop on the ground as it dies.
Alright, then I'm going to dance around the backside of my friend here and call it a turn.
Okay. Well, spiders are going to attack the big snaky. Natural 20. Jeez Louise. And it would have advantage because you are a restrained snake. You take 19 points of piercing, snake.
Shite.
Well, that was like actually max damage. You got a bunch of 4s in there. Alright, Sai. Deceive. Get that nat 20. Oh, so close.
Damn.
Oh, it's 116. Alright, what's Sneak want to do? It's restrain and grappled.
It's gonna try to break that
The restrain?
contest. Yeah.
You can just with the web is you can roll the strength check on it. That's all it requires. Because you have to break the web first. As it rips through this, it wriggles out of the webs. It doesn't wriggle out of the grapple because they're two separate checks.
That was an action for it, right?
Correct.
It's going to.
But the good thing, it doesn't get advantage anymore. Only the Ettercap does.
Let's see. It's basically the end of my turn. Basically.
Yeah. Alright, so this thing is gonna attack it. 22 to hit for 9.
Hit.
Nah, spiders are disgusting. Hallmark. There's a big fucking giant spider in your face.
There's a big fucking giant spider in my face, and he doesn't like that. And it came at him from these big mandibles, or whatever you call them, came at me.
Yeah.
So he will attack with his warhammer. Ah, that thing's huge. Can it even fit through the door?
It can't. That's why it's attacking with its mandibles.
And what's the reach of the mandibles?
You can tell it's right close to you.
So it's like on its.
It's like
So
it's
if I-
like pushing its head into the doorway with its face, right? Basically.
Okay. Well, I'm going to. I will attack it, and then I'm going to try to step back afterwards. And I know that it probably has an attack on.
Correct.
Watch out! This thing's its head's trying to get through, but I don't think it can do it. And I will attack.
That's it. As you smash into its face, it screeches in pain as blood spews from its face.
And I'm going to step back a little bit.
It's gonna try to bite you.
Understood.
21 to hit.
Hits.
Take 8 piercing, roll me a con save as it tries to inject more poison into you. You have resistance against it, so you have advantage on poison saves. So 16 succeeds. You take half as much poison, and you take quarter amount because you're resistant to that. So half as much as 4, reduced to 2 points of poison to you. So you take a total of 10 points of damage. So 8 plus 2. As you see Hallmark's arm bloodied as it keeps biting across his left arm. Alright, Sin.
Alright, I'm going to take off running over here. I'm going to attack this one with my sword.
Alright. Ching ching. Disadvantage. Uh, 12 is a hit for 9.
Then I'll activate.
Your sword's not magical, is it? Right, it's going to be resistant,
No.
sadly. So let me just change that. It does have resistance against piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning.
And then I will activate Flurry of Blows.
Alright, punches. Natural 1 as you smack your hand right into the baseboard.
And do it again.
.21 is a hit as you kick it. Still alive. You don't get
And then,
magical fists yet, right?
No, I think it's 6th level.
Yeah.
And that will be my turn.
Roll con save for poison.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, this thing is eager to recharge its web. It does not. It can't reach anything, it's too big. Alright, you succeed. The poison wears away as you eventually wear it away for now. Alright, the spider ends its turn. Trying to bite anything in its way. Durin.
Can I stand in the square right here, or is that not a full square? So no.
Snake is taking that space. The snake
Okay.
can move through you, but you can't move through it.
Okay. So I was just trying to see where I.
Sneak.
In that case, I will simply just do this again. It is a range of 60, so I will toll the dead on this one.
Okay. Wisdom.
Yeah.
It fails with a 2. Roll me the 1d12. Do 11 points of necrotic energy as it just melts away, as killing off the spiders off of sight.
Great. And then as a bonus action, I want to do it again. Oh, yeah, he's a death saving, so yes, we do. So, heal him again. Bounce back up.
Watch me go back down again.
No, you only get 2.
You only get 2.
Only get 2.
to firebolt the guy in the door.
Okay. Spooter. That's a hit. As it doesn't like it, it screeches in pain, trying to move back away from the fire.
I kind of get in a corner over here.
Okay. As the spider begins to move back, as it does not want to fight anymore, just begins to try to hide. Alright, this thing is going to try to eat the snake. Uh, 22 and a 17.
Both hit.
Alright, yeah, because it has advantage with this shit now. Alright, so you take, for a first hit, 5 piercing. Roll me a con save for snake's poison. Is it immune to poison? 'Cause
It's not.
Alright.
12.
12. You succeed, you take half as much poison. You take 1 point of poison. So you take total of 6 for the first hit. 17 with its claws for 5 slashing. As it just keeps it on the snake. It's like trying to eat it right now. It's kind of gross. Like it's trying to just shove its tail into its mouth.
And it's working.
Stands in tar.
Okay, she will come down, break across, come down. Use feline agility behind the guy that's behind Sin.
Okay.
Stabby stab this fella right here.
Alright. 13 is a hit. It's nearly dead. I just watch you just jamming the rapier with your whole fist, just stabbing him on the ground.
Alright, now I'm going to use the rest of my movement to come and stand behind this, block it off.
Okay. What's this one? These spiders are gonna turn its attention to Sin now. So they get off of Sai.
I live.
Natural 1 misses you. Alright, Sai, what do you want to do? You're prone on the ground as the spiders left you alone. For now.
I am going to stand up for 15 of my movement. As well as bonus action recall my staff. So now this thing's gone.
Okay.
And then action disengage and just full run, or just use my last 15 feet to just get the hell away. That's it. So my turn is just like, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not cut out for the front lines.
Hisses at you as it wants its prey. You've got rid of its snake.
I'm not letting it die on me.
Alright, little baby spiders will attack Sin now, since he's by himself. 14 to hit, which misses.
Nope.
It blocks and dodges and weaves. Hallmark.
Can I grab my crossbow and shoot at the snake?
You can put your hammer away, yeah. You can grab, what kind of crossbow do you have?
The light crossbow?
Yeah, you can do that.
I wasn't sure if I could do that one
No, you
turn.
can. You can just put it away.
Yeah, I'll put my hammer away. I'll move up. Actually, hold on. I'll move up to the door so I could see a portion of the spider. And then shoot my light crossbow at it.
Okay. 9's miss. That ends your turn.
That ends my turn. I'm watching where it goes.
Alright, it looks like it's just scared. It was just really hurt. Didn't really want to fight anymore. Alright, Sin. This you're facing off 2 spider colonies.
All right. I will fist this one.
I love he has like names for each attack, like kind of the old ways of like Kung Fu. As he kills it.
Then I will. Let me see how this works. Hold on.
You have your voice.
Okay, so according to my martial arts, when I use an attack action with an arm strike, I can make an arm strike as a bonus action.
Yeah, without key points, you can do that.
That's what I'm going to do.
He is
Against
speaking
this one.
in the Roll20 chat.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You didn't mute yourself on Roll20? I muted that a while ago. I don't see it anymore. That's a hit. As you punch it.
No, that was the first hit.
Oh, his first hit. Oh, shit. That's still a hit. Alright, I was gonna... There. Okay.
Okay, so how do I get out of the Roll20 channel?
You just go
I'm
to
trying to.
the cogwheel. You go to audio and video. And then you'll see others can hear and see me. I can hear, see it. You can put those on none.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for every game you join, you have to do it all over again.
They didn't die. God bless it.
Nope, because they have resistance.
No,
It's-
God.
Spider
No,
is
God bless it.
angry. It will use its action to dash. As it climbs across the side of the ship's board, it does have a hole to make it. As you do eventually see this nasty spider getting right here.
Oh shit.
Wait, where did it come from?
Came from the damn hole.
Oh, it's my turn. Weekend. All right, I'm going to. Oh, that's Psy, right? Yeah. I'm going to toll the dead. This one. Oh, why do I keep doing
Which one?
that? The one right here.
Okay.
I think that's not blinking. Next to this one.
Correct. Alright, it fails as it takes 8 points of not rating, necrotic. It just gets melted away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I will back up to join the others. Yep. Ah, brother. Let's do this.
Alright, C.
Okay, seems I'm having headset issues, so I am talking through Stanzentar. Do you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
We do hear you.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna do a firebolt at the big guy.
Alright, yeah. Natural 20 hits it. As it screeches, as it was not aware of that hit.
And I'm gonna go hide behind my friends.
You're like, oh fuck, this shit is looking at me now.
Well done. Beautiful shot.
Alright. This one will see to recharge its webbies. It does not. As the spider eventually disappears, getting off away from the area, finding a hole. running away as it screeches in pain. As this one is eager to get revenge as it wanted that snake.
Damn it.
Give me the sneak, damn it.
Never.
Sneak.
My stick.
15 and 21.
Both hit.
Alright. First is a bite. Roll me a con save.
Yeah.
Nice.
That.
Alright, you resist the poison as you take only half as much. So you take 1 point of poison and 3 piercing. As the claws rake across your back for 8 slashing.
I'm down.
Zanzibar.
Okay, Stan Zentar will take a 10-foot step here and then get an attack on this guy here.
Okay. Sneak. Ching. Alright, that's it. 18 points of damage. As you stab it in the back as it screeches in pain.
Still standing?
Oh yeah, this thing's always fresh.
Oh, this one's fresh. Okay, so I will kind of jitterbug a bit around the pole again.
Alright.
And that's what I got.
Okay. Alright, that's safe, boy.
Yes. That's the main thing.
Oh, maybe. Oh, God.
4.
Spiders. Too much. Hallmark.
He will move up to attack. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Can I hit this one?
Sure.
I will swing his warhammer.
Ugh.
Ah!
That's a hit. As you snack for a natural 20.
You killed my friend.
So you can hear it mutter some unforeign languages you don't understand it as it sounds like skittering from its mouth. So that ends your turn?
That ends my turn.
Okay. Alright, Sin.
Alright, I will dash forward. And attack this buddy with a fist.
Okay. Tens miss.
Then I'll do my bonus action with another one.
Okay. As you kick its face in for 6 points, it is not resistant. It just takes the full damage.
And then I will stay right there.
Alright, giant spider. Let's see if it gets its web thing. It doesn't like getting attacked by fire. It does not, as it begins to scurry around the map. It doesn't get close to you, see? It does go for Durin. Its mandibles try to bite into him. 10 misses, as Durin dodges and weaves out of the way.
You'll not get me! Doom is going protects me. He will smite you! That's a very big spider to be standing in front of me.
It's a
That
large...
interferes with what I wanted to do on my turn. I don't like it. Oh, and it was damaged, so I'm just going to keep doing it. If it works the first time, it'll work every time. Pulling it.
Pulling the giant spider. Okay.
It
It fails as it takes 1 point of 1 point of necrotic. That's it. Since the 12 was a really low bad roll.
1 point. Not a lot. And then I will scooch around it to the other side of it. Trying to draw its attention back away from.
Alright. Roll me
that corner.
intimidation. You bash whatever you have on you.
Smash my shield into its face. Bang it with my hand. Intimidation is this one.
It doesn't care about you. It looks for its prey in the corner.
Eat me!
Alright, see?
You hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I restarted. Okay. So I really do not like him looking at me like that. That I am going to... They'll firebolt him.
Not just 20.
Jesus
As you
Christ.
burn its face, it screeches in pain, it like bashes into the wall as it eventually tumbles off the boat and as the fire just burns its face off.
Nice.
Raptar's hammer. Well done.
Zentar. Ooh, do you see any more? Oh no, there's one more over here.
Alright, this Ettercap is going to choose targets. It's not going for the dead person, or not dead person. It is going for Saltmarsh Hero and the dwarf. So we'll try to attack them. So we'll do 2 attacks. 16 and 11.
Armor class is 16, so
Alright, it does break into your armor class, and the bite does hit. Roll me a con save as it's a lethal poison attack. 22, you resisted. You take only 1 point of poison and 5 piercing.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Snakes. You mean
Filthy
spiders?
creatures. Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders?
Alright, I'm gonna move over here, 15 feet of movement, and stab the center cat.
Shing. That's it, as you kill it.
What grace on feet that feline is.
Alright, as your turn stands to side, give me a death save. Nice, alright.
Where's Sai?
He's on the ground. Hallmark, we're still in initiative order because someone has to save him. Medicine check if you want. Hallmark.
Yep. Come on, get up.
You succeed as he's not dying, but he's obviously unconscious for the next hour. This ends combat.
Things don't look good for Intrepid Party.
Woo.
This boat is cursed. Everybody keeps attacking us on it.
Did we even make it to the lower levels? No.
Alright, spiders. So what should we do? I can bring them up. If we need.
Is
Bring him back. I mean, if he can walk on his own volition rather than carrying it, it's even better.
Oh, where'd my character sheet go?
is the rowboat still there?
It's 200 feet away. They're waiting until you need to go back. But that means you basically fail the mission. Depending if you
So
want
what
to go
were those? Snakes and spiders on both ends.
We could lower Sai to the rowboat.
back. It's not near the boat. It's 200 feet away from the boat.
What shall we do?
Not many
Go
are.
ahead and pull out my bag of holding and pull out a potion of healing.
Okay.
Well, how many are hurt? I can handle several, or we can wait.
They know.
I'm holding a potion.
I
You
will
tell
s-
me.
I will say that they do know you're here to that sound and the fighting. You only have so much time. Depending if you want to take the short rest, it's up to you. But there's a high chance
Nope.
that they're probably gonna
Nope,
come for you.
I got it. I'm just gonna do this.
All right. It takes
I
10
heal
minutes to
6.
do that.
Oh, does it take 10 minutes to do that?
Yeah. Prayer
Yeah,
healing.
unfortunately.
10 minutes. Cast
Oh. Well, that's the same as a short rest, right?
No. Short rest is an hour.
Oh, okay. Then I can do this for 10 minutes. I'll ask first, I guess.
It's up to
So I
you.
can take 10 minutes and I can heal I can heal 6 everybody.
There's still a chance.
It looks like
in 10
4 of
minutes.
us are damaged, right? I'll look at the wounded people and ask them.
Let's try it.
Great.
All right.
See, keep an eye out.
All right. See, you're. Whoever else is keeping an eye out, roll perception checks. And tell me what you're doing.
Against the Tarwin.
Only walking around the deck. They know we're here, but I'm not going below.
All right. 11.
I'm going to hang out down south to keep an eye on that door.
Okay.
Oh, it is 10 minutes. It says it right in the top. Duh.
Correct.
All right. Well, we'll try that.
Anybody else keeping watch?
I will stealth this, by the way.
Sure. Roll a stealth check. 17. Nice. What about you, Hallmark? What are you doing?
He is wrapping up some of his wounds, but trying to keep watch. But it's half and half.
Alright, so 10 minutes pass on. You do hear creaking of the ships moving back and forth. As Sin, you do see in the room, you do see a rough stone altar that dominates that cabin. You see strange markings covered on its surface. Dry mud cakes the floor, as you do see humanoid skulls ring a ring above the walls above it, each mounted on a wooden spike. You do see upon the corners of the room are piled of garbage debris and crudely cut wooden logs, smashed furniture, torn sacks, shattered crates, and small piles of dried palm fronds. As you do see pretty much a weird altar in here, very creepy indeed.
Hey, there's some kind of altar down here. It looks like some sacrifices have been made down here or something. Very creepy.
That got to be good. We should investigate.
For the healing, I bet.
Yes, I need to stay near my brother.
Do you want to wait for the healing?
Yes, we
I
definitely
do.
will wait for the healing.
Okay. As Sins just watches carefully. As you eventually do get the healing, so you can roll the prayer healing, so it's a 2d8 plus your... Yep. As everybody gets 12. Even if you don't need it. You wake up probably about 5 minutes later, realizing quickly that you're alive. You do have multiple spider bites across your body.
How you feeling?
You're muted if you're talking.
You know, it's kind of a big deal when you hear a giant big boom because someone, and then all of a sudden you're getting outnumbered by spiders. You know, takes a toll on you.
Sounds like they heard about you eating other creatures and don't like it so much to be eaten. He smacks you on the back.
Don't touch me.
You're welcome.
He brought you back.
Come on, let's go. Starts walking over here.
Still stealthless. Sin will take a step in.
You step in, it's creaking the floors as you arrive into the chambers. Look, once was a captain's cabin, now debris and a shrine towards whatever this shrine is. If you like, you can roll a religion check to figure out what the shrine is dedicated to. You have to be in the room, see, but yeah.
I glance around the room to see if there's anything even more unusual than what I already see.
So you see a lot of dead spiders, of course. You do see skulls that are cracked, weathered, obviously old. You can see there is a lot of debris, cobwebs around the vicinity. You can roll perception to search around the captain's quarters to see maybe you can find anything of worth or interest.
Captain's quarters. That's where a chest would be.
No,
Is there
14's too
long-
low to know. It's a 20 DC.
Okay. Is there a
I hit 23.
No, for religion, not for.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
is there like a long piece of wood we can use to, if that's all trash, to like poke it aside? I'm not gonna pick it up and touch it. I don't know, like flip it with my. You can't see my hands, but I'm making like flipping moves.
You're trying to poke the altar.
No, the rest of the room with all this crap in it.
Okay.
I was trying to move some of the trash without putting my hands
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it
yeah.
in case more
You
spiders
just
under
clear
it.
through it, kick it with your boots or whatever.
Okay.
With the 20, natural 20, and then a sin, we'll have to get the natural 22 to see. As you go and look through, you do find through the debris of the room, you do find a ledger, a captain's log, written in common. There's the details about the last voyage they had on the ship. Do you want to read it?
Nah. Yeah, I think we want to read it. Kind of skim it.
Alright, so see you open it up, I'm assuming. Or no?
Sure, I'll open it up carefully.
I
Yeah.
was asking C, because she's the one who found it.
Oh, okay, she found. Okay.
You saw it,
Yep.
but she picked it up, or whatever. As you begin to uncover and look inside the book itself, going through the pages, as it details the last voyage, including an account of the terrible storm that threw the Emperor of Waves off course, separating its escort. As it was running low on food, drinkable water, the ship was forced to drop anchor on an uncharted island. The last entry describes an attack by orcs, fought alongside goblins and monstrosity vermin. Through the crews fending off the initial attack, they suffered heavy casualties. The final entry of the record of the captain's fears that this attack might have been rather a recourse towards a larger assault. Does anybody else wish to look into the room? They can roll investigation, maybe find litter of maybe leftovers that were left on the ship. But seeming fit, the log seems fit towards a war that was started long ago.
Are the other caps here still?
Outside now. There's nothing here. There's just
No, not
remnants.
anymore. Oh no, I'm talking about like in where we took the battle at.
Oh, the corpses? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna harvest their skins and their organs, basically.
So you'll have to give me survival checks for those. And
The
you'll have
skin?
to roll Arcana check to figure out if you know the gist of it.
Got you. 20 on the Arcana.
Okay.
The skin is a DC check of 10. Survival or nature?
It'd be survival.
good.
It's always survival. For harvesting.
And then the rest of their organs.
Alright, so you already have the other cap page, you know, you can get off them. So 15 for
Gotcha.
the web gland and Ettercap poison vials. You need vials for them.
Got you.
So
I have vials in my herbalist.
So you can use them as many vials as you want. There was 2 Ettercaps battled, so you can obviously harvest them.
Gotcha.
All the information's in the handbook, so you can obviously search up Ettercap in the search bar. Alright, so back to the group. Sorry. With the investigation, our 15 is the highest. As Hallmark, you kind of go through the deck itself, kind of going through. You do see some offerings at the actual altar, as it's concealed by mud and litter on the deck. You do see around the altar itself, you do see a small sack as they're opened, as you see something glimmering inside. It's up to you if you want to go to the altar and take it.
Small stack of what?
A small sack.
Oh,
You
sack.
You see something glittering inside of it, but it's next to the altar.
I will bring it up to the group.
No, an offering given is an offering rendered. Don't take it.
Okay.
More bad juju will become of you.
I don't want bad juju.
Nobody does.
What kind of glitter?
You can see sparkly jewels inside. Dwarves love jewels, don't they?
Doom and Twine is like, Doom and Twine. Give it. Turn here, take it away. I'll look over and pick it up if nobody else will.
Alright, you watch turn. Does anybody stop him? Alright, no one stops him as he takes it. As you see, the satchel, the little sack contains 10 red rubies worth 100 gold pieces each. That was well your investment coming this way.
Who has that? Am I? Doom and Twine.
It's our cleric Dern, as he takes it from the altar.
Small sack of rubies.
Yep, each one's worth 100 GP each.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, it's 1,000 gold pieces right there.
The Incentar is now standing beside you. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I misconstrued. I was rushed.
He has a curse now, and I'm joking.
Doom and Twine loves gems, the glittering secrets of the world to be returned to the dwarves. Looks like we have our first bit of loot, lads and lasses, and others. As he looks around and a little bit confused by perhaps cat anatomy, I don't know. Sea elf anatomy.
Don't worry about what's below the tunic. Just count me in on the treasure.
I only don't have big pockets. I don't have a pack. Will the small sack fit into like a belt pouch, or?
Yeah, it's small. It's like a coin pouch, if anything. You can just drop the gems in your coin pouch if you want.
We'll split these all later. Is that fair? Look around.
While everybody's discussing the gems, I look down the stairs just to make sure.
You can see it's covered in cobwebs.
God bless it, more
Infestation,
cobwebs.
yeah, with webs. As you can see, it's shrouded with sheets of webs. As even with a passive perception score of 17 or higher, can barely see through it.
Oh, I'm at 15. It looks like we have more of the same downstairs. Do we want to take these stairs, or do you want to go up to the other room and check that out first?
I like clearing a full level before we go down if possible.
As do I. I think there's still a spider hiding over there someplace too, isn't it?
Yes, and I'd rather have it taken care of than coming at our back unknown.
All right. We'll end our session here as you guys try to uncover the boat's mysteries and hopefully destroy whatever plagues this boat and get the hell off of it before you all find yourself in a bad situation.
I thought we already found ourselves in a bad situation.
Well, Sioms did.
Worst situation.
As I hope you enjoy your first session of this crew. Hopefully we get another player eventually, but so far I think the crew is pretty good. 6.
I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, thanks. Enjoy the sea adventures of Saltmarsh. And then, obviously, of course, a reminder on payment if you haven't paid yet.